Now here you see we will be dealing with introduction to biomolecules. Okay, so introduction to biomolecules, that means what? See, the molecules that are the main constituent of the living world is called biomolecules. Okay, so molecules that are the main constituent of the living world is called biomolecules. Now they are generally categorized into few categories. For example, you have heard of carbohydrates, the fats, proteins. These are basically biomolecules. Now in the later part of the chapter, when we will be dealing into the very detailed molecular structure of them, you will come to know that these biomolecules can be categorized into bio macromolecules and bio micromolecules. Okay, so that category I am not telling you here, but we are simply telling you it's an introduction to the basic things, like carbohydrate, fats, proteins, whatever it is categorized. Now you see carbohydrates, the word, it is very, you are well acquainted with that. Carbohydrate, now basically carbohydrate is made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, and we know this glucose molecule C6H12O6, we are very common, this is very common, and we have read it in various phases. For example, see, this is an end product of photosynthesis, primary constituent of respiration, and it produces ATP when it burns glucose. See, C6H12O6, it produces CO2, carbon dioxide and water, and lots and lots of ATP. What is ATP? ATP is biological useful energy, that is adenosine triphosphate molecule that can be used, that produces energy. And why ATP? Because any amount of energy, we have it in nature, the human cannot use it. For example, if you stand in the sun, you cannot use the solar energy for your survival, like that. ATP, adenosine triphosphate molecules, forms the basic biological useful energy unit. Okay, now you see here. See, the carbohydrates, I said the main constituent is carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. It has been categorized into monosaccharide, disaccharide, trisaccharide, polysaccharide. That means what? Monosaccharide, simple glucose, disaccharide. If two glucose molecules are combined together, that is, for example, galactose, lactose, like that. Trisaccharide, that means three glucose molecules. Polysaccharide means multiple number of glucose they form. Generally it is a polysaccharides, they are the main constituents of cellulose that forms the main constituent of cell wall in plants. Okay, now you have heard of pentose. Pentose is a 5 sugar molecule. Example is ribose. Okay, now see, ribose is the main constituent of genetic material found in RNA and DNA. Mind it, ribose, deoxyribose and ribonucleic acid, RNA and DNA. Okay, deoxyribonucleic acid and ribonucleic acid, that means a ribose sugar when mixed with a nucleic acid, you get an RNA or a DNA. So that is why I have made pentose, that means it is 5 glucose compound. Okay, now here, next category comes the protein. Okay, so what is protein? Protein is basically, you see, it's a molecule that is made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur. The smallest unit, if you keep on breaking the protein, it comes to be as amino acid, which later forms the primary and the secondary unit. How do you distinguish between primary and secondary? You see, the primary amino acid, they are not denatured by heat, but the secondary protein molecules, it for example, egg albumin, it gets heated and it becomes solid condensed structure. So that means it gets denatured when it is heated. Okay, now fats, the smallest unit of fat is lipid, that is made up of fatty acid and glycerol. See, in your body cholesterol is there, so cholesterol is later this oleic acid, linoleic acid, these are all the essential amino acid, they are the essential proteins found in your body. See, now here again you see, these are the some molecules that is mentioned here. That means carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, sodium, calcium. Now you see they are found in the earth crust, and this is the quantity they are found in the human body. Okay. Now you see molecules that are required, the inorganic constituent of the living tissues. For example, tissues are made up of sodium, potassium. You know, nervous conduction cannot take place without a sodium and potassium pump. Calcium is very important for your bones, teeth, and then also calcium is very much responsible in photosynthetic plant. Calcium pectate, that is the main constituent of the mid lamina. Even another, again, magnesium, it is also very essential for plant during photosynthesis. Water is also there, and certain compounds. NaCl, see, NaCl is an essential compound as important as water. You see, organisms, for example, human beings, animals, and animals also require salt. You know, in forest also a huge lump of salts are kept, that is known as salt lick. And human beings also, you need a portion of salt every day. But another thing is, anything in excess is bad, so the quantity of salt consumed by the individual should be limited. So we will be dealing with the rest other detail of the molecules in our next class.